So I just want to show you what a blog looks like on this website because I made the blog its own separate tab. Now, we'll get into it a lot more in the promotion section of this course. In that module, we're going to really dive into like how do we promote the products we're selling, because ultimately we want customers to kind of look at our products and buy and use our products. So blog posts should kind of support the products we're selling so that all these different blog posts are like little things floating out on the web that can pull people into your site. I look at it like, I'll get into what I call spider web marketing. And so everything here is kind of geared to try to pull people back into your site. So that's one thing when you're actually writing blog posts. Now, these blog posts aren't specific because I don't specifically have a product, but let's just say that this website is about, health. So you have like the exercise angle, you have dieting, you have, we could do mental health, yoga, we could do, all different things like that, recipes. So I want to start having like the blog posts cater to that. So as I make products for this site or, this type of subject matter, the blog posts support it. And this is just very small, like one way in many ways that we're going to promote this site. In this case, it's not so much about blogging. It's more about, let me just show you what it looks like. So here I have it in the posts. So I just have a couple like here. So like Atkins versus Jenny Craig versus Nutrisystem versus Weight Watchers. Who wins? A real quick thing. Now, honestly, if you need, and we'll get into this a little bit more in the promotions module, but if you need content quick, there are places to go that you could actually get content. The only thing is, you have to give the author credit for it. So it's like a catch-22. But it also helps you too if you write good content too. So we'll get into a little bit of that later on. So here's like the thing about writing it down. This is kind of like a Weight Watcher mantra. Why am I doing this? So this is just something like I kind of, put together, whatever. So another thing you'll notice is that we have categories and tags. Now, when I first set this up, there was a lot of repetition. So we had like exercise in both the category and the tag, and that really shouldn't be the case. So I'm going to clean that up a little bit too, just as we talk a little bit more about blogging. But really, like, your category should be your main, like, figure like your broad brush strokes, like exercise, weight loss, diet, mental health, recipes, things like that. And then your tags get more into like specifics like Atkins, Weight Watchers, all that stuff. That should be more tags. Count, calorie count. Exercise is more like a broad brushstroke. So I would eliminate that tag. So let's take a look at that next. So let's go into, and how do we change the categories and tags? So here, if I go to categories, right now I have exercise, I have weight loss. Let's add a couple more. So let's come here and add. We'll add, diet, or what, better, let's just call it eating healthy. And a slug is a unit. That this is for like the URL, the slug up here. So let's just go up here and we'll just still say eating healthy, right? So. All right, and if this wasn't a parent category, like you could just kind of make this a child of a parent category. And then for SEO purposes, you may want to put this in here, but for now, we're just going to leave it alone. So we have another one here. So eating healthy, exercise, and I just want to make that capital just because I'm funny like that. So we have two, and here we could have this, okay. And let's go back to categories. Okay, and then weight loss. I'm not going to make this all capitals when you're watching here, but let's add a couple more. So we could have, like mental health. And, it's probably best to just copy it into all three of those areas. So let's just paste it here and paste it down here. Okay. So, all right, so now we have 4 broad stroke categories. I mean, we could always add more, and there's always going to be this uncategorized one. So that's just like, and there is one that's actually uncategorized. So let's just say we apply that, and let's go into the actual post and see which one is uncategorized. So why am I doing this? This is kind of like an all of the above thing. So if I come in and edit this post, I am going to say, hey, let's add this, not to uncategorize, We want this to be eating healthy, exercise, mental health, weight loss. Well, look, specifically this is about weight loss, right? So let's just at least put it there and update that so we don't have anything uncategorized. Now let's look at tags. So the way I look at it is categories are like the broad stroke, meaning like some of my other courses are on, like, say, Microsoft Office. So the main categories would be like Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Access. And then if you go, okay, I'm going to show you how to do a pivot table. Well, that is a tag in the Excel category. If I'm going to show you how to do a table of contents, that's a tag in the Word category. So if you got to think about it like that, the main categories, and then you have like tags are like specific things you're looking at. So that's the way I look at it anyway. So here, calorie count. Now exercise, I want to delete this one because I don't want this to be a tag because it's a category. Goodbye. Move my body, all this other stuff. It's kind of, move my body to me sounds like exercise. Pedometer, okay, that sounds good, like it's a tag. Track the amount of food I eat. Weight Watchers, eat healthier. Well, I think we have eat healthier as part of the other one, so let's get rid of those two. So I selected more than one, so I'm going to go to bulk actions, delete, and then apply. And you could add more of the tags. I mean, you could just keep adding tags. It's not a problem. But I just wanted to show you how to work on tags and categories. And now that we have that done, let's go back to the dashboard. Just make sure. I always sometimes just go back to the dashboard so that if I didn't save, it'll be like, hey, you forgot to save, so then I have to save. Now let's go back here. Here's our contact form. Let's click on blog. And here we are. We have, this blog post. There's a blog post down here and a blog post over here. So you could like reformat this so maybe it's not 2 columns, but for now it looks pretty good. I mean, so you have, there's all your blogs that you have. And like, here's the thing, like say someone wants to read this blog, you can click on that and then you read the blog post. Now, one thing I don't really care for is this 2-column layout, because once you get down to the bottom here, it's like this one ends here, this one goes further down, and then it just looks kind of messy to me. And then like there's all this blank white space here. So I think this is partly due to the theme that we're in, but having said that, the theme has a lot of settings. So let's take a look at the settings and try to fix this. So if I go to this mantra settings, and I'm going to go to this post excerpt setting. Now, instead of having a full blog post on the blog page, I just want to have like an excerpt, and then people can click into that to read the full post. I think that would be better and it would look a lot better. So let's try that. So post excerpts on homepage. I'll just say excerpt, post on sticky post, on archive and category pages. And now how many words do we want in the excerpt? So, 50 words is not that many. So maybe we'll just do like 100 words. Oops, like 100 words. It's going to show the first 100 words. Now here, this is this magazine layout. I believe this is where we're getting that 2-column thing, right? So if we say this shows 2 posts per row, which I don't want. So let's disable that. So if you didn't want to have just an excerpt, and you just didn't want to, you want to have a single like column blog page, you just would disable this magazine layout. But I'm going to see what the excerpts look like, because I just think that would be cleaner, and then you'd click through to read the full thing. So let's click save, and then let's see what this looks like. So here it is. Let's right click, reload, and now it just has like 100 words. Keep reading, keep reading, keep reading. I think that looks a little cleaner. So like now you click into this, and now you get the full blog post, and now you can leave comments and all that stuff. So, and then you can go to the next blog. So it's kind of cool the way that works. And nothing happened on my homepage. Okay, just making sure. So the blog post has, I put an excerpt of 100 words, and then continue reading. And I took away the magazine layout to get rid of that 2-column layout. So I just think it was bothering me, and it's, I was like, this is normally not the case, so it must be something with the theme. So I just did a little digging, and I figured out, let me just show you that in case you don't like it. I mean, you could always go back to the 2-column if you like. All right, so that is a little bit on blogging. So hopefully that helps you out. Have fun with it. Blog away. The next thing I'm going to show you is how do we get an email autoresponder on our site so that we can collect emails from customers so we can constantly reach back out to them.